Hello and welcome to our channel. Thank you for stopping by. We really do appreciate it. This is the show where we like to give you our rating first and then talk about the things we did and did not like about the movie we just watched. Man, it's a bit of a tongue twister. Almost gets me every week. So this week's movie is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's new film, his ninth film to be exact. If you've seen the trailers, you know it's his ninth film, the ninth film by Quentin Tarantino. Is it a see it, wait for it, or pass it? What did you guys think? Because we are letting you know in 3, 2, 1, wait for it. Now, while I did love a majority of this film, and the ending is absolutely one of the best endings, is at least for me, one of my favorite endings that Quentin Tarantino's ever done for one of those films. Absolutely tremendous. I only say it's a wait for it because I don't think I can recommend this movie to just anybody. I do think it's an acquired taste, as great of a film as it is, but I do think that there's going to be an audience out there that's not going to be as into this film as maybe I was. And that's okay. Not every movie's made for everyone. But while I did like this, can't 100% recommend it just all across the board, and we'll get into why. Okay, so Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So let's just kick it off with the things that we liked about this film. Sam, what are some things that you liked about this movie?
I thought Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio worked really well off of each other. They were actually really fun to watch when they were together on screen. Other things that I liked about it, I thought the story was really good. I thought the story was really good, and I actually didn't mind watching Leonardo DiCaprio when he was on set, because when he was on set and he was this like whole different character, he was really funny.
I will say it's okay to say that you might have been confused at times, because I think that is going to be part of the divide with this film. Not that the film itself is confusing, but the film itself doesn't have like a through line like you would think with the normal film.
Well, going into this film, I thought it was about the Charlie's Manson murder, which it was ultimately, but it takes a long time to get to that. Yeah,
that's sort of like the exclamation point at the end of this film.
Yeah.
And the rest of the film is just people hanging out. And that's the stuff, like, I really liked it. Like you said, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio are really fun to be around. Leo being on the cowboy set was a lot of fun to watch. Brad Pitt he's just a super cool character in this film. And he's just fun to watch. Mm-hmm. The scene with him and the Bruce Lee character, or at least Brad Pitt's stuntman and Bruce Lee's fight in the film, is probably one of the more standout moments in the film. Probably the funniest part of the film before the ending. And its dialogue's really good. I will say that I did think that the dialogue was missing some of the Tarantino zest. I think these were his most down-to-earth characters he's ever written. Usually Quentin Tarantino has really intricate dialogue. It's very snappy. You just go look at Inglourious Basterds, and you just go look at the bar scene in Inglourious Basterds with Michael Fassbender where they're playing cards, or the opening scene of Inglourious Basterds where they're sitting at a table and it's Christoph Waltz and the other guy, and I believe they're speaking French. You look at anything like Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. Usually Quentin Tarantino's dialogue is super stylistic. This is, I would say, his least stylistic dialogue yet. But the way Quentin Tarantino made the film, this is probably the most Tarantino film that he's made outside of the dialogue. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you. Love the characters. Absolutely love the setting. Quentin Tarantino's attention to detail to 1969 is tremendous. So with that, now let's go on to our favorite scenes. Sam, what was your favorite scene outside of the ending? Because the ending to me was my favorite scene.
When Leonardo DiCaprio got really upset on set.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in the trailer.
It's a great scene. You only get a little glimpse of it in the trailer. Mm-hmm. It's so much better in the actual movie.
It's really funny.
Yeah. I would say my favorite scene is Brad Pitt at the Manson family compound, whatever that is. It's the first moment in the film where I actually got like super tense and was like, oh my God, like is Tarantino about to do something very Quentin Tarantino here? Like is someone about to die? There's an immense sense of dread over that scene, and I absolutely loved it. So those are our two favorite scenes. Let's go into the things that we didn't like about this film. So I will start. The thing that I didn't like about the film is not so much that I didn't like. I just wish there might have been more of a plot, more of a driving force to it. It is very much a character piece. It is people hanging out in Los Angeles in 1969, just working people. And it culminates at the end with Charles Manson murders. I just wish there was more of a driving force to the film. For a film that is 2 hours and 30 minutes, roughly around there, it is kind of floaty in a way. So and that's the reason why I can't recommend it to everybody. You have to be into slow burn character pieces, I think, to really fully enjoy this film. Like, this isn't a movie that I could just go call up my family and be like, oh, you guys got to check this out, because I don't think that this is a movie that I can recommend to people who may not be film buffs, or at least people who aren't into character pieces. So it's not something that's going to be wildly entertaining, but it is a lot of substance. It's a lot of great character work. It's a lot of great scenes and a lot of great moments. It's just hard to tell somebody, like someone's like, what's this movie about? It's like it's not just two people. It's people who are in Hollywood hanging out in 1969.
Yeah.
And it culminates in this tremendous, just incredible scene. I say incredible. I've heard people that don't like the ending, what Quentin Tarantino did with it. I'm perfectly okay with where he went with it. Not going to spoil it, but I actually really did like it. So, Sam, what are some things, if anything, what are some things that you didn't like about this film?
It was very long. I felt that there was a lot of things that I didn't really need, and some scenes were just kind of a little boring. I didn't really need them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I just think that it was a wait for me, because it just wasn't. I really liked the ending, and that's what really made it a pass it to a wait for it, was because of the last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, but before that, I thought that it was just kind of slow, and there wasn't really a lot of meat to it, or that I thought, but.
Not that it's not a lot. There's meat to it, but it doesn't have that driving force that you would expect a film to have. At least one that's being marketed like a big Hollywood film like this.
Right. It just didn't seem like there was a lot of push through to the end, and I just kind of wanted to get to the end and see what happens at the end before. Like, there's a lot of things in the middle that I felt like I didn't really need. And
I can agree with that. There is a lot of scenes that run a little long. I did read a comment on the internet where it was like, an hour of this movie is Brad Pitt driving in a car.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't
I know
really...
that's an exaggeration, but
is it?
And that is the kind of film that we're getting.
Yeah.
So for a film that you see the trailers for, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie's also really good in this film as Sharon Tate. She doesn't have much to say, but her character says a lot with just her facial expressions. Like, just the moments of her watching her own movie. There's just there's like something whimsical about watching someone who's like, oh man, I'm gonna go watch my own movie. Quentin Tarantino had an interview where he talked about, like, he was out on a date with a girl, and he's like, oh man, they're playing my movie at the movie theater. I wonder if they'll let me in for free. And so there is something kind of funny about watching an actor or an actress, someone who's coming on the way up, and I'm like, man, I want to go watch myself in a movie and see how people actually like me, and seeing them watching that character actually sort of respond to an audience. You always hear like filmmakers and stuff respond to an audience. They want to go to a movie theater. When they go to a movie theater, they want to go to a movie theater to watch their own movie. They want to go to a movie theater to see how people are enjoying their film. And actually seeing Margot Robbie act that out was actually kind of fun to watch. That's about it. Yeah. I think that's it. That's it with the things that I didn't like about the film.
That's it for me.
So that is it for us. Thank you for watching. We do appreciate it. That was this week's movie. Next week's movie will be Hobbs and Shaw. I'm excited for that one.
I'm excited about that one.
The Rock does some good stuff sometimes.
I'm going to be late, though.
Yeah, I know. We'll probably be another Sunday or Monday upload.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Like and subscribe if you liked this show and would like to see more. All right. Have a good day, everybody.